All right, so we're going to talk about video marketing as a part of our ELI Tech webinars. So first, let's define what is video marketing. what is that term? It's one of those terms that can mean anything, right? So, well, video marketing is incorporating videos into your marketing campaigns. The video is simply the vehicle that we are using to get your message across. So some people have said, you know, is video marketing strictly YouTube? No. Video marketing can be done on YouTube. It can be done on Vimeo or any other free video sharing platform. It can also be done on Facebook. Webinars are a separate way to market yourself, but video marketing is simply using a video as your vehicle. Benefits of video marketing. Video allows you to have a conversation with your prospect, and their attention is much longer than a simple text-based message or photo. So I use this illustration in our day-long immersion, and that is, you know, on Facebook, it takes a person of somewhere around 3 to 5 seconds to digest a message that takes you about 30 seconds to make a video for. So videos are a great way to keep people's attention. Also, videos are becoming the top choice for education and entertainment with the average American consumer. On your Facebook feed, you've probably seen a lot of people using videos to get their message across, whether that's an inspirational message, whether they want to talk about a success story, what have you. Videos are becoming the vehicle of choice. Also, social media platforms are actively pushing for their audience, giving you a much better reach than a typical text or photo broadcast. What I mean by that is this. When you post a video up there, because people take longer to digest that video than they would a simple text or photo message, Facebook is actually pushing you out there more. They're giving your video they're putting your video on more news feeds than they would a text or photo message. So videos are a great way to not only get your message across, but have it be seen by more people. Now, YouTube is my favorite video streaming website for my video marketing efforts. Let's talk about why that is. Number one, YouTube is a video streaming site that reaches the world over. It's extremely successful. Over 1 billion active users are on the website, and over 4 billion views every day. Let that sink in for a second. 4 billion video views every single day. There's just so much activity going on. It's a giant global phenomenon. It's only bound to grow larger and larger. It sees tremendous growth quarter after quarter. Many companies are taking advantage of YouTube to advertise their products, services, businesses. So there is a way for you to monetize your educational message if you choose to do that. Also, since it's free, YouTube is the most cost-effective way to show your problems, or your products, help solve customer issues, show your brand personality, and create a community online. There are many people that I follow on YouTube that, you know, they have their social media following, and YouTube is a big part of that. They have a very positive, life-giving community within YouTube. If you read the comments, you see a lot of positive remarks where YouTube is kind of known, whether it's fair or not, it's kind of known as a place where there's a lot of negativity, but online you can create the kind of community that follows you. So YouTube is a great way to just go on there. It's free. Set up a channel, make it your own, use your branding and graphics, and then start posting your videos. There's a lot of people there. You got a great reach already. So yeah, that's why I choose YouTube. So in the Sales Technology program, there's a step-by-step guide on how to create your YouTube account and set up your channel. So log into that log into the program. Under video marketing, you'll see one of the modules there that talks about how to create your YouTube account. There's a step-by-step guide. I even put a video up there so you can see exactly how to do it. So let's talk about your first video. So many people on this call haven't done a video yet, so you're not sure where to begin. So number one, you always want to start with a script. You know, Eric is one of the best sales scripters I've ever met in my life, if not the best. And you need to take those principles and you need to apply it not only to the phone calls that you're making, but also to the videos that you're doing. So you want to make sure that when you sit down and you make your video, you want to start with a script. Now, You want to make sure that you write out the dialogue. You want to figure out what your shots are going to be. You know, you may be an expert in your field, but more times than not, you're going to end up stalling or getting lost if you try to improvise. So rehearse, practice, practice, practice. You know, I was talking to somebody, another student in the ELI Tech program, and he was bummed that his video shoot didn't work out. And I had to ask him, how many times did you try that video shoot? How many takes did you make? And he said, well, I did it once and it didn't work. So with my videos, the ones that end up going live, there are some that I do that are a little bit more raw, that are, you know, whether if I'm on Facebook Live or something like that. But most of the videos that I do, I actually have, I do multiple takes, you know, and I don't give up if it doesn't work out the first time. So, you know, there's, you know, practice, practice, practice. Make sure that you rehearse, and you can modify the script. I mean, just with that first video, even if it's only going to be 3 minutes when it's all said and done, you know, set aside a good half hour to 45 minutes for that first one. It's going to get a lot easier after that first one, but set aside a good chunk of time. That way you can put out a product that you're proud of. Also, you may not have the money to rent a high-quality video camera. Excuse me, that's okay. The audio quality is much more important than video. If someone clicks onto your YouTube video and they cannot hear or understand you, they're not going to bother watching. They're done. If they can hear you perfectly, video viewers will often forgive a low-quality video. So if it's kind of grainy, but they can hear you real sharp, you know, I've seen some people go, wow, that's a great artistic choice. I like the grungy feel. I like the raw feel. really, it was just my video equipment didn't give me the quality I wanted, but the sound was good, so I posted it anyway. So what you might need is a basic lavalier mic. You can plug that into your phone. It gives you better sound quality than you know, the sound that comes with your phone if you choose to use your iPhone or other high quality smartphone as your video camera. Otherwise, if you have an actual camera like a video camera that you set up on a tripod, you're definitely gonna get one of those lavalier mics. And the lavalier mic is one of those things, you've seen it. It's got the little clip that you put onto your shirt. So you're going to want to use one of those. So because the standard camera, or I'm sorry, the standard sound that comes with the camera, it just picks up everything around you. And so it creates kind of an echo, and then if there's something going on in the room next to you, you can hear that in the recording. And it just doesn't sound very good. And these lavalier mics go from anywhere from like 20 to, you know, $40. They go a little bit higher if you want to get a better one, but they're very inexpensive, but it's a drastic increase in quality. Also, tripod. Always use a tripod whenever you can. You know, here at my office, I have a selfie stick that I use. I have a little tripod that I have set up. We have these, you know, fun little ghetto video stands that we use as well. So depending on the type of video that we're doing, we have different ways of setting up our video shoots. But a tripod is a great way to do it as well, especially if you're using a camera. You know, get a tripod. That way you can just pop that video camera right on there. You know, you get comfortable in the chair or if you're standing, and you get ready to rock and roll. So lighting, again, if you don't have the best camera, that's okay. Properly lighting your film can make the quality of the video much better. Because really, even if you have a top-of-the-line camera, if people can't see you very well, they're going to get really frustrated. Because, you know, if it's dark in the room, you know, it's difficult. So, you know, sometimes when you do a video, sometimes the best lighting is natural lighting. So if you set up outside, and you've seen this on some of the videos that Eric has done, he's actually outside filming. It works out really good. I mean, it's got a real good vibe to it. It looks good. The lighting's good. So, but if you're going to do it inside, make sure that the lighting is good, because really, you know, you can overcome a low-quality video camera with good sound and good lighting. So, and then for your first video, the shorter is better. You know, I like to keep my videos between 1 to 3 minutes at the longest. You know, so let me put a caveat on that. 1 to 3 minutes, unless it's an educational video. If it's educational, people will stay and listen for 10, 15 minutes. As long as they know that it's that long. I like to tell people, hey, this is about a 15-minute long video. I'm going to walk over, you know, subject X, and we're going to just dive into it. It's going to be a real deep, intense education. So grab a notepad. to about 15 minutes. So if I say that up front, people will stay for the whole time. But if I don't say something like that and it's a long video, people just cut out after the first few seconds. They're like, oh, I don't have enough time for this. But if they see that it's that long, they'll come back and they'll watch it, so it's good. But for your quick messages, your marketing messages, a quick tip, keep it short. So, and that's going to make your job a lot easier because you don't have to write a long script. You just keep your video short. Let's talk about editing. Once you have your audio and video footage shot and recorded, editing is the next step in the process. Now, a lot of times, if you'll see it on my videos, you'll see it on Eric's videos. We do a point and shoot. There's really not much editing to do there. You might see some subtitles, but we don't do a lot of editing. Both Eric and I have a similar philosophy when it comes to video marketing. But other people, they do a phenomenal job with some basic editing. They put in some cool fade effects. They have, text that shows up along the side that reiterates the points that they're making within the video. There's a lot of cool stuff that you can do pretty simply with some of the basic editing tools that come with your computer or a camera, or there's some free stuff out there. So it doesn't have to be elaborate, but editing is going to take you a little bit of time. So if it's not a point and shoot, give yourself a little extra time for that first video. So and after that, like I said, when it comes to videos, whether it's scripting or editing, the first time is going to take a little bit longer, but after that, you just start to get into the swing of things and you start knocking them out. So how to upload your video to YouTube, one of the most common questions that I have, YouTube makes it so easy. Once you log into your YouTube account, there's an upload button at the very top of the page. So make sure that when you upload it, you set your privacy settings so that it's public if you want everyone to see it. Because too often I've seen people, the default on most YouTube accounts, the default is private initially, so then nobody can find your videos. So your views are going to stink when you go in and check on your analytics and your stats. So make sure you set that as public. Use a lot of good keywords in there when you upload your video. That way people can find it. Let's talk about marketing your video. So you've shot your video, you're super stoked, you love the way you look, you did a great job editing, you're proud of it. So what do you do with it? Well, this is where leverage comes into play. And one of the things that Eric has really taught me well that I've taken to heart is leverage. Leverage, leverage, leverage. So let's talk about marketing your video. You want to post your video on multiple sites. So whether that's YouTube, Facebook, also that sucker on Twitter, LinkedIn, your website, you can include it in a newsletter. Just really, really use that video content that you spent so long creating. Use it over and over and over again, because the cool thing is if you have a video you're proud of, you're having a conversation with someone. It's a one-sided conversation where people are going to sit down and listen to you for anywhere from 1 to 3 minutes, whatever that video length is, and you're going to be able to get across a message, and you're going to have their undivided attention. Also, collaborating with other businesses or people on their YouTube videos is a great way to market your video. So, because I've seen some really cool, I don't want to say joint ventures, but kind of like these joint marketing campaigns where, somebody in a similar industry will post videos and they'll just share each other's videos back and forth, really expanding their audience and growing their business together. That's a great way to market your videos, to come up with some sort of a partnership like that. And if you make a good quality educational video and you ask somebody that to share it, often they will if they see that there's value for their audience. So consider that. That's one of the ways that you can really leverage your relationships and your network to get your message out there even better. So 12 video ideas, man, this is the very best part. Like I love coming up with these things. I wrote down video ideas that have worked time and time again, so you're going to get some good quality stuff here. So this is the stuff where I highly recommend, if you don't already have notes taken out, start taking out your notebook. This content is in the ELI Tech program, so you'll have these video ideas up there so you can see it, make notes on it yourself. But here's some video ideas that I've seen work really well. These are in no particular order. So the first one is a how-to video. Make a how-to video about your product or about products within your industry. Like for me, I don't have a physical product, but I could make a video on how to maybe use the Facebook Ad Manager. I can make a video on how to use Pinterest, etc. So how-to videos are super popular on YouTube. And if there isn't a good explanatory video for a product that's relevant to your industry, creating one can help publicize your company. And the cool thing about putting a video up on YouTube is it lasts forever, right? So, you know, so you put that video up there today, and it could still be getting you views and leads, you know, months from now. So, how-to videos are great. Presentation. You know, posting a video of a presentation which display your ability to keep an audience's attention. You know, you got some a really good content. Again, this is one of those things where it would be longer than that 1 to 3 minutes, but using a presentation, some good quality content. You know, like for example, this presentation right here, this webinar right here, this could be something that I would put up on YouTube, right? So because I'm talking about video marketing, I'm giving ideas, showing value, I'm really showing, hey, look, I know what I'm talking about. So, you know, you want to upload the slideshow with a voiceover, that way people can kind of follow along. The third one, tour the office. This is cool because it shows people where you work and what you do on a normal working day. People can see your staff if you have one. They can see where you work. It's kind of like taking away, it's pulling back the curtain and saying, look, here I am. Here's what I do on a regular basis. You know, this is where I live, and you know, so it's a cool spot. It's a great way to get people to feel like they're in your office, like they're meeting with you face to face, without actually having to set foot in your office. So, and you can make these fun, right? So, because if you know you're going to do the video, you can put little Easter eggs in there, right? So, you know, I'm a huge Green Bay Packers fan, so when I do a tour of the office video, I'll have a little Green Bay Packers thing hanging in my office, and little Green Bay Packers notes, and on my whiteboard I'll put Go Packers and things like that, and then at the end of the video I'll say, hey, how many times did you see the word Packers or something Green Bay Packers related, right? So then I'll ask for comments, and they can guess and see, you know, hey, how many people are actually paying attention. So it's just fun little things to do in your tour of the office video. You can make it fun and engaging. Also, interviews. Oh my goodness. Interviews are a great way to, and I just noticed I have a typo on my slide, that's okay. Interviews are a great way to not only bring good quality content to your audience, but also to really strengthen the relationships that you have within your network. So, you know, I mean, there's so many different ways that you can use an interview video to expand your audience, engage your audience, educate your audience, you know. So I really recommend sit down and say, okay, who are 5 people that my audience would want to hear from that I have access to? And then set up those interviews. And it doesn't have to be that professional of a video shoot. I mean, you know, if you do your normal videos where you're sitting on a couch with a tripod and a good lighting, then you can do your interview video on your couch, you know, with the tripod with some good lighting going. So, you know, you don't need to, you know, do it at a studio. You just tell the person you're interviewing, hey, this is how it's going to go down. You know, I'm hoping to get, you know, 100 or 1,000 views, whatever your normal is on this. And, you know, so I want to introduce you to my people. And so let's do this interview. It's going to take just a few minutes. People usually love that stuff. They eat it up because they like being in front of camera. They like talking about things they know. It's a great way to really show, hey, I think you're valuable. So I want to introduce you to my people. Also, a meet the staff video is fun. This is a great way to introduce the people who work in your business. You know, invite them to talk about why they enjoy working for your company. Ask them what they think, you know, makes you stand out. You know, one of the cool things that I like to do is I like to show all the different people on my staff. The Branning group is a team of right around 10. And so, you know, they can I can show them my video director, because we have a video productions department. They can meet my cameraman, they can meet my editor, they can meet my social media manager, my project manager, my developer. I mean, you know, these are all separate videos where, you know, they can just see, oh, okay, I know that I get emails from this person, but now I'm actually seeing this person, you know, and now I can put a face to a name. So it's a great way to really strengthen that relationship with your staff and your client. So also, so let's go to a video idea number 6, tell your story. So one of the great ways to really get people to feel an attachment to you is to tell them the story about why you started your business, right? Tell them about the times where you were really struggling and now you're here, you know, and you're successful. You know, make a video about the history of your company, put it on your website, put it on your YouTube channel. You know, one of the things I saw one of my clients do, they actually put it in their email signature, so that was really powerful, because then they're saying, hey, you know, meet us and hear our story. And they link to a YouTube video. That's a great way to introduce yourself to a potential client, because now they're not just reading your email, they're also watching you, they're meeting you. So it's a great way to really get the word out. And there's a lot of things that you want to say, but, you know, like you want to say, man, I feel like I'm the best person in my industry, in my location, because ... Well, when you do a tell your story, you can say those things, and it doesn't sound like it's bragging. You're saying, man, you know, I've worked so hard. I've been at this business for, you know, X number of years. I feel like I'm becoming one of the best people in my industry in our area, you know, and people like that. They see your passion. So, you know, telling your story is a great video idea. All right, so let's talk about products and services. You know, a video that describes your product or describes your service. It shows the process, the behind the scenes. You can talk about if it's a physical product, you can talk about what it is, why it's so important to them. If it's a service, you can say, this is why the way that I do, you know, this service, whether it's you're a plumber or a social media manager, et cetera, or a sales trainer, saying, hey, this is why I feel like, you know, this is a great service for you. It's good, and you have their undivided attention for, you know, 1 to 3 minutes. So they're going to sit there and listen to what it is that you do for that product, for that service. So an FAQ, man, these are great, especially if you're in an industry that's complicated, or, you know, the contracts are large. You know, putting together an FAQ and saying, you know, like, for example, for us, frequently asked questions about Branning Group social media management, right? So we'll put together a video, throw it out there into the world. I can embed it in the emails that I send to people when they have questions about social media management. I can attach it to proposals I have. That way they can see, oh, okay, I'm not just doing the proposal, I'm now answering questions that are coming up while I'm reading the proposal. It's just a great way to get around those objections, answer the objections, you know, before you even have to have that second follow-up meeting. So FAQs are great. I've seen people do just a phenomenal job. And like I said, with that sales mountain that Eric makes, you know, making an FAQs video helps overcome objections, but also helps build trust and rapport, because you're showing them, hey, look, I've been down this road. I know the questions you have for me, and here's the answers. So hints and tips. You know, showing hints and tips about related to what you do is a great way to show that you're an expert. It also shows that you're willing to help. You know, people love working with others that are willing to help them on their journey to success. So a lot of the videos that I'm talking about are sales videos. I mean, they're designed to sell. A hints and tips video, this is designed to educate, build rapport, and really expand your brand. And because you're showing, hey, I'm here to help you out no matter what. So it's a great way to really create that kind of an environment around your company, around you as a person, to say, you know, here's some things that would help you related to my industry. So, for example, you know, I saw a plumber give a hint on, you know, how to save water. I give little tips on what you can do for Facebook marketing. I've seen sales trainers give quick tips on how to overcome specific objections. You know, and it just goes to show, like, I know what I'm talking about. You know, I know enough to teach you how to do stuff. I know enough to give you hints and tips on the things that I do. So it's a great way to get it out there. And also, these videos are the ones that are shared a lot. So if there's value, if it's not salesy, then it kind of creates an organic reach. People start sharing it and you're like, wow, this is really cool. They'll start introducing it to their friends, or introducing their friends to the video. Testimonials. All right, so asking your consented customers to record videos of themselves using your products and services, explaining how they are really useful. Man, that is so powerful. What a great way to showcase your customer service, you know, your products and services. Bring some of your customers in here and say, you know what, can I take a quick video of you? I just want you to explain why you continue to use the Branning Group. So it's a great way to, you know, if people are wondering, if you have a lot of these testimonial videos in your back pocket and you're talking to someone and they say, you know, I'm looking around, I'd love some references. Boom, send them links to these testimonial videos, right? So, hey, here you go. Here are 3 or 5 people that have gone on camera saying that they love working with me. So, you know, these testimonial videos are powerful. Video idea number 11, making a video to accompany the blog post that you write is killer. You know, explanatory videos will get the point of your articles across. You know, videos help pages appear higher in Google searches sometimes. Don't forget, people learn different ways. There are people who learn visually, people who learn audibly, you know, using audio. There are people who learn by touching. So, you know, your blog, by adding a video and embedding that and saying essentially what's in your blog but on the video, allows your audience to engage with your message a little bit more. So making videos to accompany the blog post is a great way to strengthen your blog and drive more traffic to it, right? So in your description, you can say, to read my full blog post on this article, go here, point, and you post a link to your blog, you know, when you embed it into YouTube. So that's a great way to bring traffic to your blog, strengthen your blog. You know, again, putting a face to a name, because if people land on your blog and they don't know who you are, showing a video of you talking about the content in the blog is a great way for people to go, oh, okay, I can see what that person looks like now. Last but not least, responses. I love this. Read out emails you've received and answer the questions they ask. It's kind of like that FAQ video, but in this case, it's kind of like, you know, on those radio shows, right, where somebody calls in and they go, hi, I'm Laura from Michigan, and, you know, I have this question, blah, blah, blah. And then Dr. Laura or whatever answers the question. That's kind of what this is like, right? So people are going to email you questions, and you say, you know what, shoot the quick little video. These can be pretty raw, but you shoot the video, you answer the question, and they say, you know what, it was such a good question. I made a video response to it. So here, I'm going to send this video to you. This video is also on YouTube. You know, it shows the customer, number one, that you care. Number two, instead of an email response, I actually get a video. They can watch it, which is pretty cool. Number three, that response is out there for the world, and you can reuse it over and over again if you want to. So, you know, it's a really cool way to show that you care, show that you're attentive, so that you show that you respond to your customers. So, showing a response to a question, great video idea. And depending on your industry, you get a lot of questions, right? Insurance agents, real estate agents, I mean, you guys get a lot of questions, excuse me, and it's hard to answer every single one of them, right? So you get a lot of the same ones. So this is a great way to, like I said, it's kind of similar to FAQ, but it's got a different feel to it. You know, FAQs is just, you're just rattling through a whole bunch of frequently asked questions, where a response is a direct response to a specific question. And that's a powerful way to build rapport with the person who asked the question. So that is the end of my slideshow. I'm going to stop sharing my screen now and start answering some questions that you have. So pausing the showing my screen here. So diving into the Facebook group, let's see what questions we have. I'm excited to see it. One of the questions that I got that I wrote down here before I refresh this, one of the questions that I got from one of the students was, they wanted to know, you know, when it comes to video marketing, what are some of the mistakes that I've seen people make, right? What are some of the mistakes? That's a great question. So here's a couple of them. Number one, not looking directly to the camera. Huge mistake. Because then people feel like you're looking off, right? It's kind of like having a conversation with someone, and it's kind of keep looking around the room. You feel like they're not looking at you. You feel like they're not taking, you know, you seriously. So that's mistake number one. Mistake number two, crappy lighting or audio. You know, I can, even if you look great on video, if I can't understand what you're saying, if I can't see you very well, then I'm not interested in watching that video. It's a painful video. So, you know, make sure that, you know, make sure you do a good job with your audio and your lighting. Mistake number three, you know, when it comes to your videos, make them precise. If you make a mistake, do another take. Don't put your videos where you goof up online for everyone to see. That doesn't make any sense. So make sure that if you're doing a video and if you goof up, just redo it. I don't want to see you stutter on your video. I don't want to see you go and kind of look around, look at your script on your video. You make a mistake, redo the video. Don't put this out. It's going to live forever online. So and the last mistake, and it's kind of a quote-unquote bonus mistake, the last mistake, just putting your video in one place. Leverage the time that you spend making that video content. So So that's my webinar on video marketing. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, a lot of this content, pretty much everything that I just said, is within the ELI Tech program. So you can go on there, you can read everything that I just talked about, and I appreciate every single one of you for jumping in on this. I hope you had a great time. Feel free to ask questions in the Facebook group. I want to see you succeed. And when you make a video, post it in the Facebook group so we can all cheer you on and give you constructive advice on what to do different next time. So thank you guys so much. Have a great rest of your day.